I said I was going to start talking about the albums I love in the last video I did, so that's what I'm going to do. And the first album that I happened to fall in love with this year is Rory's I Think You Know. Oh my god. I got Tim Robinson's I Think You Should Leave stuck on the brain. That's what I almost call this album. What's up everybody, Ian Avian here to talk about an album that I love because in my 22 of 22 video, I said I want to start talking about albums more. And since my friends don't like when I geek out about the things I love to them, I just decided to do it to you guys, which means my phone alone in my bedroom. So, with that being said, let's talk about the album. And the album I want to talk about is I Thought It'd Be Different by Rory. If you don't know who Rory is, he's most known for his podcasting career. He used to be on the Joe Budden podcast. Now he is on the new Rory and Mal podcast. I decided to have some of their merch on to show that I'm a supporter of the show and definitely a supporter of the album, waiting for it to be pressed on vinyl so I can add it to my collection of vinyl that's on my wall. So let's talk about the album in order, because that's how albums are supposed to be listened to. I'm going to be saying that the whole time. If you're going to listen to this album, which you should, listen to it from front to finish. You can pick your favorite songs after that. I don't care if it's different artists, a little variety. It's all Rory. Give them a listen. And it's not even going to be a waste because it's perfect. So, with that being said, track number 1, Surrender, Emotional Oranges, and They. Two artists that I heard from Rory originally from when he did the Sleeper Picks on his old pod. Both great artists. I love Emotional Oranges. Saw him live not that long ago. But yeah, this song, Surrender, is a great way to open the album. It's like 2 songs in one. Get you feeling good. So, with 2 great artists, 4 great vocalists all together. Correct me if I am wrong. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 2 and 2. Speaking of 2, track number 2, Not Me, Raheem and Chantel May, which is one of my favorite songs of the album. The first time I heard either of these artists was from this track, and I'm not upset about that. I'm going to have to check their discographies more because they're great. Their voices are amazing, and I need to hear more from them. It's one of my favorite songs to sing from the album. I'm not saying I'm a great singer. It's just one of my favorite to sing from the 13 that we have here. So yeah, that was a good choice to put them together, and I'm glad that he introduced me to them, so thank you, Rory, for that. Moving on to track number 3, Conway the Machine and Hablo Brown. Hablet. I'm so sorry that I didn't do research on how to pronounce these names, but great talent nonetheless. Haven't heard of him, obviously, from before this album. Have heard of Conway the Machine. I'm a big Griselda fan. Speaking of that, it was nice to hear Conway on not a Griselda type beat, which Damaris said the other day on the pod. Someone said, sounds like a grand piano falling down the stairs, which is hilarious, but it was refreshing to hear him on this upbeat dance beat, I guess you could call it. It's nice to hear artists change it up and to see that he can just rap on whatever is, well, it's expected because he's so talented, but it was nice to hear it. Conway goes hard. Moving into track number 4, King, Kirby, and C.S. Armstrong. 2 more artists that were introduced to me from this song, or this album. Very, very unique vocalists, but very, very, very talented vocalists as well. Such a good song. Made me make this face the whole time. You can't help but make that face listening to it. It's just automatic. Like, you put that song on, you hear both of them, and then it goes in like, ooh, can't help it. Plus, there's a lighter flick in it, and before I knew who was on the album, I thought we were going to get a Lil Wayne verse. Didn't get a Lil Wayne verse, but I am not disappointed with what we did get, because like I said, very talented, very unique vocals on that song. Good job, Rory, for putting them together, and thank you for introducing me to them and all the other artists on this album. With number 5, 2 artists that I have heard before this album, but I'm glad that they were together on this track, is Ari Lennox and James Fauntleroy. My Phone Can Die. Super, super R&B. Feels like it is required to have a glass of red wine when you listen to it. You know, throw on like a silk robe, and it needs to be played on vinyl. Rory, press it on vinyl. Yeah, Ari Lennox is an amazing artist. Such a beautiful voice. Also got a unique little twist to it. James Fauntleroy's got that like kind of deep, very R&B voice as well. Good fit. Good job, Rory. Number 6, I think this is the song that he said he didn't have anything to do with, and it needs to be longer in my opinion because Division is very talented. The Division interlude. I love Division. Definitely want to hear more from them. If Rory does another one, give them a whole track this time. Maybe they can write together because I'd like to see what they could come up with. Yeah, for someone who failed math all through their school career, I love Division and need more Division. Number 7, I Want You, But You'll Never Know, Dram and Alex Isley. 2 great vocalists. When he goes into that chorus with those highs, that melody is just another one that you can't help but close your eyes and move along to. Very catchy, earworm. It's going to be stuck in your head. I guarantee it when you listen to it. That song, it has to stand out. It's the only one with the title is all caps. Like, I'm sure we've all felt that before. We're just going to keep it on the hush hush when we're feeling somebody. Because that is me. Moving on to number 8 is my personal favorite of the whole album, Other Side, with Fonte and Be My Fiasco. First time I've heard of Be My Fiasco. Love her voice and love the name. The song is too low in streams in my opinion. Get those numbers up.
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
Because it is a bop, a instant jam. Added it to my Sunshine and Serotonin playlist right away because it's just groovy. That chorus is another earworm that you just can't get out of your head. You'll be moving and dancing, and they say the album title in it, so I had my Peter Griffin moment when I heard it. I was listening to it and I was like,
He said it! He said it!
Definitely check that one out if you have to pick a favorite, but you're not going to because you're going to listen to the album front to finish 1 through 13 in order, not on shuffle. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll be going back to that one if you're anything like me, because that song is perfect. And if you've already heard the song, then it's everything I ever wanted times 2. And number 9, Gold Link Interlude, with obviously Gold Link. And to be honest, as a Mac Miller fan, I had a bad taste in my mouth from Gold Link posting that Instagram thing when he passed about the album being stolen or whatever, which I don't know, people might agree with me, people might think I'm petty for that, but I still listen to this. I'm not gonna skip it. Gold Link's very talented, love the storytelling here, makes you feel the type of way. His delivery on it is like raw and like monotone almost. Obviously he's a talented writer, so like I said, I'm not gonna skip it, even though I feel a little some type of way still, but hey, that's just me. Number 10, Enough, with Reggie and Jay Electronica, which is my favorite of the singles that they released. Has a great music video. Watch that once you listen to the entire album front to finish. Jay Electronica is one of my favorite rappers, so obviously I had to jump to this song when it came out. I was excited to hear it. Good job, Rory, for getting him out and actually getting the verse done, because it's so rare to hear anything from him, so it's nice to actually hear a verse from him. The video is great. It's funny. It has Baisley in it, Rory's cute dog, so definitely worth the watch if you like dogs and you like good music. Moving on to number 11, Don't Go, which is everybody's favorite song, I guess, at 5 million streams, the most of any song on the album, so good for them, with Pink Sweats and Sinead Harnett. This song is another one, makes you want to slow dance. It's just got that feel to it. It's so good. The melodies, their voices are beautiful, 10 out of 10. Rory did amazing here, and I want to hear more of them together. Maybe they have more songs. I've heard of them individually and have heard stuff from them in the past, but it's a good pairing here. Rory did well. It makes sense why this song's the top. It's not my personal favorite, but it's definitely top 3 for sure. Maybe we'll get a video for that. Ooh. But after that, we move into number 12 with another nasty guitar intro on Refill with Child and Ayana. Child I've heard of through Rory's sleeper picks before. Was obsessed with one of his songs back in the day, but this one is a great pairing, great voices. Child's voice is like just so also unique and soothing and pairs well with hers. I'm gonna have to give her music more of a listen. It's a nice way to almost close out the album right before the final song, which is number 13, Sobering Thoughts from the Mondrian with Reason. Another insane rapper, crazy lyricist. He did that song Shooting Shots at Everyone just for fun, which I loved. That was fun to listen to. This is another song where I had my Peter Griffin moment when I heard the album title and I thought it'd be different. I was like,
Yeah, there it is! There it is!
I think Reason's an underrated rapper, so if you listen to this album front to finish and you like what you hear, go listen to all these artists' music on their own, because I still have some homework to do on some of these artists. Half of them already heard, and they're all amazing. So, but yeah, that's it, all 13. Like I said, I'm not going to do ratings because I'm not Anthony Fantano. I'm just going to talk about albums that I love. So this is a 13 out of 13 because there's 13 tracks. That's what I'll give it. I'll give you my top 3 favorite songs of the album then, with number 3 being Not Me, Rory, Raheem, Chantel May. Obviously Rory because it's his album, and then the number 2 is Don't Go, Pink Sweats and Sinead Harnett, and number 1, like I said, it being Other Side, Fonte and Be My Fiasco. Those are my top 3 out of all the 13 songs on the album, but every single song is great. There's not a bad song on the album. Good job, Rory. Hope to hear another album from you. Some of these artists, some new artists that you know, because I know you know a lot of talent. It'll be great, whatever it is. Not to ride too hard. Pause. That's not hip-hop. Sorry, Maul, if you see it. But that was fun. Hopefully you take this album into consideration, add it to your list, listen to it front to finish, no skips, no shuffles, 1 through 13, and then pick your favorites after that, and watch the video. If you watched this one all the way, thank you very much. Until next time, I've been Ian Avian, and thank you.